Imagine holding a machine in your hands that is so powerful, it makes every other computer on the planet look like a basic calculator. A machine that doesn't just process data but breathes life into your wildest creative dreams. Friends, the tech world is shaking today because Apple has finally done the unthinkable. The MacBook M6 Ultra has been confirmed, and it is a device that will rewrite the history of personal computing. This is not just another yearly update. This is not just a Pro model with a slightly faster clock speed. This is Apple's biggest technological explosion in a decade, designed to completely destroy the barrier between a portable laptop and a massive desktop workstation. Today, as your guide through this tech revolution, I am breaking down the 8 massive leaks and confirmed details that make the MacBook Ultra the most powerful piece of consumer technology ever built. For years, we have looked at the MacBook Pro as the king of the mountain. It was the gold standard. But Apple has realized that Pro is no longer enough for the elite users of 2026 and 2027. They are introducing a brand new tier, the Ultra category. Leaks from the heart of the supply chain show that Apple is moving beyond the standard Pro lineup. Just like we saw the Ultra name redefine the iPhone and the Apple Watch, it is now the MacBook's turn. This means you will finally get the power of a Mac Studio or a Mac Pro desktop, but in a body you can carry to a coffee shop. This machine is built specifically for the hardcore power users, the AI developers, the 8K cinema editors, and the 3D architects who refuse to compromise on a single frame of performance. The first and most stunning change is the display technology. Apple is moving away from traditional LED and even standard mini LED. They are bringing Tandem OLED technology to the MacBook for the very first time. This is the same incredible, dual-layered OLED tech found in the high-end iPad Pros, but seeing it scaled up to a massive laptop screen is a completely different experience. We are talking about true blacks, infinite contrast, and a peak brightness that will make HDR content look like you are looking out of a window. It will feature a 120 Hz per-motion refresh rate, making every scroll, swipe, and animation feel as smooth as liquid silk. But here is the leak that is actually shocking the industry: this will be the first ever touchscreen MacBook. For over a decade, Apple told us that touch on a laptop didn't make sense. But with the MacBook Ultra, they are finally admitting that creators want to touch their work, draw on their screens, and interact with their apps in a more natural way. This is a total reversal of Apple's history. Now, let's talk about the physical presence of this machine. Apple has completely thrown the old blueprints in the trash and redesigned the chassis from scratch. The new MacBook Ultra will be impossibly thin, sitting in a sweet spot between the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro. You might wonder how they can fit so much power into such a slim frame. The answer lies in the thermal engineering. To keep this beast cool, Apple is installing a state-of-the-art vapor chamber cooling system combined with new carbon fiber heat sinks. Old-fashioned fans simply cannot handle the heat of an Ultra chip, so this advanced thermal system will keep the laptop ice-cold even when you are rendering a 3D city or training a massive AI model. It is sleek, it is matte-finished, and it looks like it was delivered from the year 2030. The display leaks get even crazier when you look at the size. We aren't just talking about the standard 14 or 16-inch sizes anymore. The Ultra model is pushing the limits, with leaks pointing toward a massive 18-inch or even a 19-inch display option. Years ago, Apple had a 17-inch laptop, but it was a heavy, thick brick. Today, because the borders, the bezels, around the screen are almost invisible, they can fit a giant 19-inch canvas into a body that isn't much larger than the old 16-inch model. It is effectively a portable IMAX theater in your backpack. And to make the experience even more immersive, Apple is finally killing the notch that everyone loved to hate. In its place, we are getting the dynamic island. This transforms the dead space into a functional hub for your notifications, music controls, and background tasks, making the entire interface feel alive. Now, we must look at the heart of the beast, the M6 Ultra chip. S is where Apple has officially broken all the laws of physics. According to the latest silicon leaks, the M6 Ultra chip will be a monster with an insane 80-core GPU and a 40-core CPU. To put that in perspective, this laptop will have more graphical power than most high-end dedicated gaming PCs with massive power supplies. Whether you are doing real-time ray tracing or complex fluid simulations, the M6 Ultra won't even stutter. But the memory, the RAM, is where the real magic happens. Supply chain reports suggest this laptop could support up to 512 GB of unified memory. In a world where most people struggle with 8 GB or 16 GB, having 512 GB of RAM means you could literally open thousands of browser tabs, run 5 different professional editing suites, and render a movie in the background all at the same time without a single millisecond of lag. It is a level of multitasking that we have never seen in a portable device. Of course, a machine of this magnitude comes with a price tag that reflects its power. This is not a computer for the average person, it is a futuristic investment for the world's most demanding professionals. Based on the current trajectory of Apple's pricing and the cost of OLED panels, the MacBook Ultra is expected to start at approximately $4,300 for the base configuration. However, if you want the absolute god-tier model with the full M6 Ultra chip, 512 GB of RAM, and 8 TB of storage, you could easily be looking at a price tag of $6,000 to $7,000. It is a massive sum of money, but for a studio or a top-tier creator, this machine replaces an entire desktop setup. As for when you can get your hands on it, the current timeline points to a release in early 2027. Apple is taking its time to perfect the M6 architecture to ensure that when it launches, it leaves the competition in the dust for the next 5 years. In my professional opinion, the MacBook M6 Ultra is the ultimate dream machine. If you are a student or someone who just uses a computer for emails and Netflix, this is far more power than you will ever need. But if you are a professional whose time is money, if every minute spent waiting for a render is a minute wasted, then this is the greatest tool ever created. It bridges the gap between imagination and reality. It is a portable powerhouse that won't feel slow even a decade from now. Apple has truly shocked the world by listening to the fans and pushing the boundaries of what a laptop can be. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends and family, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any update.